Hi there, and welcome to the Sunday preview for the 27th Sunday of the year. And today we've got a great parable from the Gospel of Matthew. It's chapter 21, verse 33 to 46, and it goes like this. Jesus said to the people, "Listen to this parable. There was a landowner, and he planted a vineyard and put a fence around it and dug a winepress and built a watchtower. Then he leased it to the tenants and went to another country. When the harvest time had come, he sent his slaves to the tenants to collect the produce. But the tenants seized the slaves and beat one, killed another, and stoned another. Again, he sent other servants, more than the first, and they treated them the same way. Finally, he sent his son to them, saying, 'They will respect my son.' But when the tenants saw the son, they said to themselves, 'This is the heir. Come, let us kill him and get his inheritance.' So they seized him, threw him out of the vineyard, and killed him. Now, when the owner of the vineyard comes, what will he do to those tenants?" They said, "He will put those wretches to a miserable death and lease the vineyard out to other tenants who will give him the produce at the harvest time." Jesus said, "Have you never read the scriptures? The stone that the builders rejected has become the cornerstone. This is the Lord's doing, and it is amazing in our eyes. Therefore I tell you, the kingdom of God will be taken away from you and given to a people that produces fruits for the kingdom. The one who falls on this stone will be broken to pieces, and will crush anyone on whom it falls." When the chief priests and the Pharisees heard his parables, they realized he was speaking about them. They wanted to arrest him, but they feared the crowds, who regarded him as a prophet. The Gospel of the Lord. Well, there was an old ancient fable that talked about the original spring of life, the water that came up from the earth, and it gave life to everything on the earth. And it flowed freely and it was available to everyone. But after a while, people wanted to control that water, and they fenced off the spring, and they started to charge admission, and they started to make rules about who could have access to the water. And they say in the old fable that the water became angry and it stopped flowing. And later on, it sprung forth in another place of the earth and started to flow freely, and the people could drink of it. And then the same thing happened, and the water again stopped flowing once people tried to possess it. And so it happened all throughout human history, with our desire to control the things that really aren't ours. This story about the vineyard is especially appropriate for religious leaders like me. Kind of makes me nervous, because we want to control something that doesn't belong to us. We want to possess it. We want to exclude others. And that's not the way it can be. The vineyard belongs to God, and we're held accountable for how we administer it, the fruits that we give. I'm always examining myself as how are the fruits from our parish? Are there fruits of holiness in the people? Are they closer to the Eucharist? Are they living the new commandment of love? And on Judgment Day, I'll be held accountable for that. But it's not just for religious leaders, it's for each one of us. What have we done to produce fruit in our vineyard? God's given each one of us a vineyard, and we're just the stewards. We're here to take care of it and make it produce. What about fruits of holiness in our life? What about fruits of charity in our life? Are the people around us better because of us? Have we brought out the best in them? Have we given an example of real self-sacrificing love? Each of us have a vineyard that we have to make produce. How about you? What are you producing for the owner of your vineyard?